Okie dokie, we're going to start on the mat with our legs out in front of us. Usual beginning here to our class. Slight gap between the legs, arms out in front, and we're just going to come all the way over. Imagine you're trying to touch the wall in front and re-stack back up, nice and straight on that posture, all the way forward, and then re-stacking back up. And remember, you can always have a bend in those knees if you need it. Hold at the top, arms in our genie position. We're going to inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, middle. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, middle, just warming up the rotation. The last one. Just open those arms for me as if you're hugging a big beach ball. We're going to change our breathing. Exhale twice to the left as we twist. Inhale, middle, then right. Inhale, middle, so really getting our centre warmed up. We're exhaling as we twist to help get that centre nice and contracted, our tummy muscles. Last one. And again, reaching all the way forward, having a nice stretch. We'll just restack, give those shoulders a little bit of a roll. We're going to open those legs the width of the mat now. We're going to come straight into our saw. So arms in that genie position. We're going to inhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes onto that mat. And we push down, we look at our back left elbow. We restack, we twist the opposite way, left arm comes down, and again we come forward. So you can keep going like this. If you want, you can extend that back arm, little finger to the ceiling. And if you're feeling very flexible this morning, feel free to take that front arm and put it over the opposite leg, as if you are soaring off that leg. And relax again, just rolling those shoulders. We're going to put our hands underneath our shoulders at the back here. If you need to, your hands can face out to the side. I prefer facing your bottom if you can. We're just going to close the legs a little bit and we're going to bend our left leg, putting our left foot on the floor. From there, we're going to lift up. Imagine you're trying to get rid of the crease in your leggings. And exhale, come down. Again, inhale up, we push all the way up. And come all the way down. And again, lifting all the way up. Hold. Can we lift and lower that leg? Even if it's just a little bit. Even if you just want to test. Can we lift and lower that leg? And replace. Just come off those hands for a second. And we'll go for the opposite side, right foot on the floor. We're squeezing shoulder blades, we're not sunken down. And we inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, lower. Last one and hold. Let's test that left foot. Can we lift without dropping the hip? If we can, we're going to kick as high as we can with control. And slowly release down. Lengthen those legs, stretch forward. Get a little bit of movement on those wrists if you want. And restack all the way back up. Okay, we're going to have some fun with our C curve now. So beginners, Let's bend those legs, put the hands behind the thigh, and what we'll do is gently curve that spine and start to roll down onto the back part of your pelvis and restack back up. So that's our beginners. More intermediate, we let go. And we just work on coming down to where we feel we can control it and restack back up. More advanced, feel free to lengthen those legs. And we come up. So we're going to just do a few of these, get used to going into that C curve, tucking pelvis under. On this next one, let's hold it down. So even if you've got your knees bent, you can use your arms to help. Hold it there. Can we inhale and lift those arms up? Exhale, come down. Inhale and lift. Exhale down. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale down, roll up. Do your spine stretch forward. And then begin to roll down again, whichever variation you're doing, knees bent straight. Hold there, let's open the arms to the side. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. So I'm starting to shake here, so I hope you all are too. If not, go down a bit lower. Last one, inhale, open. And roll up. And lengthen forward for me. Beautiful. Just restack, give those arms a little bit of movement. Okay, beginners, my lovelies, what you're going to do is have your knees bent. You're going to come into your little C curve, and what I'd like you to do is just try and lift and lower one leg at a time. Still grabbing hold of those legs. Intermediate, we're letting go. More advanced, we have our legs straight. So choose your poison and join me in whichever one you want to do. Keeping that lift and lower. If you want to be a superstar and lift the leg and then lift the arms as well, feel free. Just for an added extra push here in your C curve. And release, coming all the way over. Should definitely start to feel that in your tummy. And restack. Coming to lie down on your mat. Just resetting that spine. We'll just do a few pelvic tilts. So imagine that pelvis is a clock. 6 o'clock belly button, 12 o'clock is the groin, and we're just coming back and forth. Just seeing how that back's feeling. And whenever you're ready, just come into your neutral where you've got that slight gap underneath your spine. You can put your first thumb on your rib, first finger on your hip bone. Does it feel roughly level? We haven't got too much of a dip one way or the other. From there, arms push gently into the floor. We're going to start with our shoulder bridge. Take a big breath in. Exhale, push the back down, we lift the bottom, middle back, upper back. We're pretending that we're showing our leggings to the wall behind to get that extra lift. And exhale, we roll down, top, middle and bottom. Make sure you come back in neutral. We breathe, big breath in. Exhale, we push down and we roll all the way up. Inhale at the top. And exhale, we roll down. Just hold at the bottom, give those knees a little bit of a wiggle side to side. Beginners, I want you to stay there with your arms on the floor. Intermediate, advanced, arms are going to come straight up to that ceiling. We're still relaxing those arms into the socket. And we begin again. Exhale, we push the back down, slowly lift the bum, rolling all the way up. Inhale, and exhale, we roll down. So we still want that control all the way up and down. We're not letting the legs go too wide. all the way up and all the way down. On this next one, we're going to hold at the top. Feel free to lower your arms down if you want. If not, you're going to lift and lower one leg at a time, trying to keep that stability. We're not rocking around like a weeble. So you take it slow. Added extra here, you take the opposite arm back and control that movement. If anybody's brought their cans of soup with them or their hand weights, feel free to use them at any point. And relax, just put those arms down, roll out of that bridge, hug the knees in, rock that back side to side. Just trying to reset that spine. Beautiful. From there, come onto the ball of the foot. The feet are going to come a little bit closer to the bottom. We're just lifting the heel up. Let's roll all the way up to the top. Make sure we're still in line. We'll be able to lift a little bit higher. And what I'd like you to do is close those knees and open a bit. So we're just doing a little bit of rotation in that hip joint. You'll start to feel this in your calf muscle. Try and get the weight in your big toe, second toe. If this is too much, put the feet back down and just do it with the feet lowered. Hold nice and straight, little pulses up. You're squeezing the bum cheeks together to get that added little lift. Replace one foot, replace the other, and then I want you to lift your toes off the floor so we're on our heel now. And again, we're going to squeeze, little squeezes up. Really getting into that hamstring. And roll all the way down, release the feet, rocking knees side to side. Coming back to middle, we're in our neutral spine. We're going to lift one leg, then the other into our tabletop. We're then going to put toes together, knees apart. So all I've done is pointed my feet, toes together, knees apart. We're in our frog position here. So beginners, all we're going to do is inhale and straighten the legs, glue them together. Exhale back down. You could inhale, go 45. Exhale back in, or join me with a chest lift and we inhale, glue those legs, and exhale, come back into that frog. Inhale, we lift, control, exhale back down. Keep going with this for me. You'll notice that this position looks very similar to our 100 position. I'd like to give that a bit of a idea of what we're going to do next. So if you've never done the 100 before, you can stay lowered like this, or you could lift with the rest of us, have the legs up in our bent position. Just join in. We're going to hold out, take a big breath out, begin to pump the arms. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale. Exhale. 20. Inhale. Exhale. 30. Inhale. Exhale. 40. Inhale. Exhale. 50. Inhale. Exhale. 60. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You're nearly there. Exhale. 190. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Interlink the fingers behind the back of the head. Put the legs in tabletop. Try and avoid lowering the head. If the head was lowered, we're going to now lift it up. We're going to inhale, twist to the left. Extend the right leg. Switch, extend the left leg. Switch, extend the right leg. And then bring both into tabletop. We're back in the middle. Let's inhale, go to the right, extend the left leg. Switch to the right. Switch to the left. And back into our middle. One more each side. Inhale, left, right leg extends. We switch to the left. We switch to the right. Back to middle, last one. Over to the right, left leg extends. And we switch. And we switch. We come back to middle and we release down. Well done. I'm so happy I can't hear your moans. The joys of doing Facebook Live. Beautiful. From there we're going to turn onto our left hand side. Use your arm as a pillow for me. Beginners, bottom leg bent, knee at the front of the mat, foot near the bottom. We've got those hips nice and stacked. Intermediate advanced, legs coming out to the front. Okay, we're going to start lifting and lowering. Remember our self-practice here. I can't see my foot in my peripheral vision. And I know there's some very flexible people out there, but the higher you go, the more that leg's going to come to the front to lift. It won't be at the side. So make sure you're not twisting that pelvis. Hold that leg at the top and let's circle. Circle the opposite direction. Lower that leg so it's in line with the body. Beginners, stay here using your arm as a pillow. Intermediate advanced, I'd like you to lift up and just put your hand near the back of your head as if you were cradling it. You're pushing your head into your hand. Your elbow is in line with your armpit in your shoulder. Okay, we're going to take a big breath in. Exhale, we bring the leg forward twice. 1, 2. As we inhale, bring it back, we lift. We're using our side body to lift up off that mat onto the elbow. We come down, the leg comes forward. 1, 2. Inhale, lift. You're going to feel this down your shoulder blades, serratus anterior, lats, everything's working. Bicep, tricep. And we lower. 1, 2. Lift. Again, 1, 2, lift. Last one, 1, 2, lift. Hold this lift, take that right leg a little bit further back and we're lifting and lowering. So it's more near the back corner. You're going to feel that work in that shoulder. Release that body down, use that arm as a pillow again, and we're going to begin our bicycle. So the leg goes back, we bend the knee in, extend it forward. Remember at all times this right hand can be on the mat, just giving a little bit extra support. Change direction, back and around. Hold it nice and straight. Tap the middle of the mat, up and over, tap the front, up and over, back to middle. So we're doing our little rainbow tap variation. Just really getting into that bottom. We're going underneath, glute min and max are working here. Got some of those leg muscles going as well. It's going to feel like a cramp. Just push through, smile. It always helps. Put both of those legs together. We're going to bend both knees and we're opening and closing that top knee. Make sure those knees are in line when they come down and we haven't got a bit of a step going on. That pelvis is still stacked. Hold the knees together, lift both feet up off the floor. We open that top knee, extend that leg, feet together, knee comes down. Open, extend, feet, knee. Open, extend, feet, knee. Open, extend and hold this leg. Let's do some very small but very controlled circles. Changing direction, feet together, knee together, we relax, we give it a tap and we turn over to that other side. Use that arm as a pillow. Beginner's bottom leg bend, top leg straight, intermediate leg is long. We're going to start lifting and lowering that top leg. Remember, I can't see my foot in my peripheral vision. Hold at the top and circle. Circle the opposite way. We lower that leg so it's in line with that hip. Beginners, you stay here and just follow the movement with the leg. Intermediate, advanced. We're in on that arm. Head is pushing gently back. We come forward. 1, 2, we come back, we lift. And again, 1, 2, and lift. Again, 1, 2, and lift. 1, 2, and lift. Last one. 1, 2, and lift. Hold there. Take that leg a little bit further back, lift and lower. Release, use that arm as a pillow again, and we do our bicycle. Remember that hand can come down for stability. Back and around, we're bending the knee in, and then switch directions. Bend the knee and take it back. Swing it forward. Top leg on bottom leg, we bend both knees. We open and close that top knee, hips are staying stacked. We're not letting that pelvis tilt. Keep the knees together, we lift both feet up, we open the top leg, we extend, feet together, knee closes. Open, extend the leg, feet together, knee closes. Open, extend, feet, knee, open, extend and hold. We're doing some small control circles with that leg. Switching direction. Feet come together, then the knee. We extend those legs and just turn onto your tummy for me. Hands are going to be next to the head. Forehead on the mat, toes are pointing back, shoulders are in sockets. We inhale, lift head and chest up. And exhale, come down. Beginners, feel free to keep the forearms on the floor. But we're not pressing into the hands too much. The work is coming from our centre and our back. If you want, you lift those hands, squeezing elbows behind. Two more for me. The last one. Release, just give that back a little bit of a wiggle. We'll start with the legs. So we're going to lift and lower one leg at a time, keeping the hips on the floor, using our legs, our glutes, slightly into the lower back but not too much. And if you want to, and when you're ready, as you lift one of those legs, you're going to lift the upper body, squeeze the shoulders behind. If you want to keep the arms on the floor for stability, feel free. One more each side. And release, giving that back a little bit of a wiggle. From there, take the arms out in front of you if you've got room. And we're going to start with our traditional swim. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. They lift, the head and chest can come for the ride, but I'm still looking down at my mat. And then lower. Lift and lower. Now if you want to stay here with this, feel free. We don't want to look like a weevil. But if you want to, hold opposite arm, opposite leg up, head and chest are lifted, and we're going to keep head and chest lifted as we try and change the arm and the leg as quick as we can. And we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and release. Push up and over. Rest position. Toes together, knees together, or you can have knees apart, your choice. Just opening up the bottom of that back. Just come onto your hands and knees for me. We're going to do a few cat-cow. Just work through that spine, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Exhale, we tuck pelvis under, tuck head under, push that shirt up to the ceiling. Inhale, belly down, head and bottom lift. And again, exhale, we round. Inhale, belly down, head and bottom lifts. And again, exhale, round. Hold this angry cat. Push that bottom towards the feet just a little bit. And again, a nice stretch. And all the way back up, back onto the hands and knees. You can give that bottom a little bit of a wiggle side to side. We've got one more test before I let you stretch. We're going to turn these toes underneath at the back, and we're going to try and lift the knees up by a couple of inches. And we're just going to hold, taking some nice deep breaths in and out. If this is too hard for you, feel free to come into a modified plank, where your hands are slightly forward and your body's inclined at a slight angle. Just using your centre to hold you. And release those knees down. Come off those hands a second if you need to. And then again, we're going to lift. Beginner, intermediate, feel free to stay here. More advanced, we're going to start trying to lift and lower one leg at a time at the back. The knee joint stays the same. And release, come into your rest position again. Every time you exhale, just let those arms creep a little bit further forward. Feeling a nice stretch underneath the armpit. Beautiful, coming onto hands and knees. Now if you've got any knee problems or hip problems, when we do our pigeon, you can do your figure 4. If you don't know what that is and you don't want to do it, just message me at the end and I will private message you with some different exercises for you to be able to stretch at the end with on the next class. So right leg at the front, we lean into our hip flexor stretch, right knee over right ankle, leg is pushed back on the left. If you're comfortable here, stay free there. If you want, hands frame that leg at the front, trying to get the palms fully down. More advanced, if you want, you tuck the toes underneath at the back left foot and you lift that knee up, trying to get it as straight as you can. Lower that knee if you had it lifted. Take the bottom back, lengthening that front leg. Again, you can be lifted if you need to. If you want to be lower, feel free. Deepen that stretch if you want by taking your left hand and putting it on the bottom of that right foot and just giving that foot a little bit of a pull back. And release. Bring that right leg into that nice 90-degree angle. We take it over so the foot is in front of the left knee. We walk the hands forward so that knee comes into a diagonal. And we slide that left leg back. We're in our pigeon position. And if you get any pain in the knee or the hip here, and when I say hip, I mean front of the hip, sharp, nasty pain, just come out of this for me, message me at the end. And we'll go through some different stretches that you can do. If you want to, you can come onto those forearms just to get a little bit deeper. Going back onto the hands, right hand in front, left hand comes behind, hips are still facing forward. Can we take hold of that left foot if we bend the left knee? Feeling super flexible today, you give that leg a pull in. And we release, coming back onto the knees. This time the left leg comes forward, we come into that hip flexor stretch again. Get yourself comfy first. In the right position, left knee over left ankle. If you want to, that is when you come down and frame the foot with the hands. And again, advanced if you want, toes tuck under at the back, and we lift that right knee up. Trying to get the leg as straight as possible, because if we have too much of a bend in that knee, it's going to hurt the hip a little bit. Bringing that leg down, pushing the bottom back. Again, lift it if we need, if you want, coming down. To deepen that stretch, right hand on left foot, and we give it a pull back, and as you pull it back, you'll feel more of a stretch down that calf, probably into the hip as well. And release, leg goes into that 90-degree angle in front. We take the left leg over so it's in front of the right knee, and we walk the knee forward. So that left leg is diagonal. We push back, we're in our pigeon. And coming onto the forearms if you want to deepen that stretch a little bit more. Onto the hands, left hand in front, right hand goes behind. Can we take hold of that foot? If we can, great. If you're feeling flexible, give it a pull in. Releasing that foot, just coming back into your rest position for a second. Come onto the bottom for me, arms just face you so you can see what we're doing. We're going to take our right leg and have the foot on the inside of the left thigh. Now if that's really difficult and you find it hard to have that left knee down, it could be lifted, you can hold on to it, that's fine. If you're flexible, take that left leg and just take it a little bit further out to the side. Left hand on the leg, we're going to slowly take it down the leg, so your hand's on your quad or your shin. Shoulders are stacked, so I'm not hunched over, I'm open. I'm looking up at the ceiling and I'm going to lift my right arm up. If you can grab the foot. And as we do this, you're going to get a really deep stretch down that right hand side. Restacking spine back up. Can we look at that left leg and just come down, seeing if we can just stretch out through that leg and that hip. And if you can't and you need that knee bent, that is no problem. Flexibility doesn't come overnight. And as you will see, no two sides are the same because my other side is not as good as this. Restack back up, switch sides. Beautiful, so that other foot is on the inside of the leg. If you want to, you can take the leg out. Right hand is coming down that shin, quad, shoulders stacked, we're looking up and reaching if you can. You grab hold of that foot. Feeling that nice stretch down the side body. Restack, we take a look at that leg, can we lean forward? And we come back up. And from there, just come and take a lie down on your mat for a second. Both legs outstretched. We'll take the right leg, put it in our tabletop position. Slowly take it over to the left hand side, left hand on the knee. Right arm comes out, we look at those right fingertips, just do a quick lumbar stretch here. Back to middle, we go to the way. Left leg comes up, we take it over to the right, we look at the right fingertips. And then we release, come and sit back up one last time, legs in front, last spine stretch, reach all the way forward. Hold for a second. And then restack all the way back up. And you are done. Thank you very much for coming to today's class.